We just had a visit from the sheriff and basically saying that there's a couple of warrants here that need to be that basically need to be paid. He said that we could come in here because we've never received a copy of any warrants and get a copy of the warrant.
Can I see your license, please?
Yep, the license.
With the sheriff, so give them away.
Okay, thank you. No worries. And that's the warrants, is it?
Every order is warrants.
Sorry?
It's got 4 fines, it's got 4 fines, 2 warrants and 2 orders. Orders are the notices of the company warrants. So if he has to attend, they have to do it all together.
Okay.
You can't not to, because they're not orders, they're not warrants.
Okay, I appreciate that, but we've been sent in here by the sheriff because...
I understand that.
Can I just finish, please? So he's given us this, you've given us the same form. Now, he said that we could come in here and obtain a copy of the warrants because Andrew's never received any warrants.
That copy cannot be given, that's already been sent out. I'm just giving you the printout of the fines which are outstanding in this file.
Okay, well then you have to speak to this gentleman.
Speak to anyone?
You have to speak to this gentleman. He sent us in here saying
Why don't you
that...
call him and just say we're here?
Okay, could we... He said at the infringements court, could we see Alex, please? Please, Sandra, yes.
I'm Joel, one of the registrars. What's the actual query? What are you asking?
We just saw Andrew from, he's one of the sheriffs.
Yep.
He basically advised us to come into here to get a copy of the warrants because they've never been received.
He's advised you to come here.
Yes.
There are no warrants to give you a copy of.
Yes.
There are no warrants to give you a copy of.
Yes.
There are no warrants to give you a copy of. If they're on here, they've been issued. So what do you actually need a copy of it for? If the sheriff saw you, they can give you a printout of the warrant details.
Okay, see, what the problem is, this is the problem.
Yep.
So you guys are all very blasé now. In legislation it says, in the infringements reporting of prescribed details and form regulations, for the purpose of section 82.5 of the Act, an infringement warrant against a natural person must be in Form 1. This is Form 1, okay?
Look at that.
Now, we require the warrant in that form or it's not enforceable. It's simple as that. You guys have to follow the law, okay? Simple as that. I appreciate what you're saying, but you must appreciate what we're trying to say here. Because this is the law, and I have...
The sheriff that actually issued the warrant, so I'm not quite sure why they've sent you in here to get it.
It's the infringements court that actually issues the warrants. Now,
Sorry, it's the sheriff who executes them, who provides a copy of it. So,
okay. This is a Supreme Court case, Corrie Beauty Act versus the DPP, where the Supreme Court judge ruled that all warrants must be in the correct form. I'm happy to show you if you want, but we require it in the correct form. So where do we need to go to get it in the correct form? Do we need to go upstairs to the sheriff's office or
the
where?
sheriff's office is in this building. You can see the sheriff's. The sheriff's office here is at 444. Phone number. You've got the card.
Oh, sure, definitely. Where'd it go?
Right underneath this,
What did
is
the sheriff actually do?
It's he served us with this piece
Oh,
of
yes. Okay.
these here.
Now, while we're working this out, what do you actually want to do with these ones at the moment? Are you disputing the actual offences?
No. We'd like to discuss that once we see the warrant in the correct form. We're happy to answer any questions once the warrant's presented in the correct form.
This is my understanding of how it works.
Ma'am, that's your understanding. Look, I appreciate what you're saying, but you need to follow the law and not what the people up above the officers tell you. This is the law, it must be followed. There's a Supreme Court case that says it must be followed. If you'd like to go, I don't know what's so hard to understand. So could we please...
We've got a process to actually print the warrants on here, so...
Okay, so who do we need to see to get the warrants?
I would say it would be the sheriff's office, but as I said, just let me give this person a call.
Okay, thank you kindly.
I ran my supervisor first from the infringements court, and he said no, the sheriff's officers will have that. When they print it out, it should be the officer that either served you, or you can contact the actual sheriff's office where it's originated from.
Okay.
So if you want to give, I just tried to ring that officer as well. It went to his voicemail.
Okay.
You can either try and ring him again, or that's the general number for Dandenong Sheriff.
Okay, no worries. Thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
On behalf of my housemate, we had one of your officers, Andrew Alexander, come out to the premises today. Now, basically, there's been a couple of warrants issued, apparently. We've got no copies of the warrant, and Andrew failed to have a copy of the warrant also. Andrew told us to come into civic compliance or the infringements court at William Street in Melbourne to get the warrants. We're here now, and they basically relayed to us that they could not provide them, and that was the job of the sheriff, because the sheriff is the one that issues the warrant. We just wanted to get a copy of these warrants instead of details, because details are not the warrant. Is that possible to get a copy of the warrant?
What he's given you is would he have given you a white sheet of paper?
Yep, case details for all outstanding orders and warrants.
All right, that's all he's required to give you, mate.
Unfortunately, in legislation, okay, in the infringements reporting,
Listen, champ, you spoke to the sheriff's office, all right? We know what we're doing, mate. He's given you what he's required to give you.
No one's saying you don't know what you're doing, sir.
Okay.
I'm simply requesting a copy of the warrants in the correct form.
Well, what you have got is in the correct form, all right?
Yeah, but that's not what's according to law. According to law, to execute no, it's Victorian statutes.
Okay. Mate, what he's giving you is what he's required to give you, okay? Has the matter been sorted out?
Stuart, I really detect some sort of hostility in your voice there, and I'm just wondering what's behind it.
Listen, what the officer has given you is what he's required to give you, okay?
Yes, I understand that, and I appreciate that, but we have not received a copy of the warrant ever, okay? And we will.
You won't. You won't.
Well, what do you mean we won't? Why is that?
The sheriff's calling the warrant in electronic form,
Right.
which by law is okay.
Look, I'd just like to explain to you, if you'd like to listen for a second, in the infringements reporting prescribed details forms, okay, it basically states, okay, at section 12, for the purpose of the act, an infringement warrant against a natural person must be in form 1 of the schedule. Now, if you go to form 1 of the schedule, there's a particular form that it's in. We haven't received that. That is what it must be in to be executed.
Okay. Well, mate, look, where are you at with this? Have they been sorted out or not?
Sorry, what was that?
Have they been paid, or what are you going to do with them? Are you going to sort them out, or what are your intentions in dealing with them?
Our intentions are to deal with them once we receive the warrant. We haven't received the warrant as yet.
Okay. All right. Listen, mate, I'm not going to have any more discussions with you, mate. As far as I'm concerned, the sheriff's officers have provided you with what they're required to. All right, and I'll speak to Andrew and see where we're at with it.
Okay, understand. Do you have a superior at all that I could speak to?
You can ring the infringements court, mate, or city compliance.
Or IMS?
Yep. Yeah, city compliance. Yep.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you for your time today.